She likes to use my perfume. She wears my clothes. And I decided to buy a supplement for myself as a man. My wife started to follow me use men's supplements. Men's supplements had a different effect on my wife. My wife started behaving like a man. My wife would just say, oh, Ben, please wash the dishes. I'll be back soon. Now, I didn't know that is the main supplement that is taking. Until one day, my wife dropped 30,000 naira. I don't know where I get the money. He said, I go market, go buy clothes. I need you to look better. She now bought women's supplements. That's how I would do my own. She take women's supplements, I take women's supplements. I call the phone now, they take our own women's supplements. My hormones can't they change. I can't realize and say, I can't they get mood swing. Can't they get mood swing. Until one day I shock, I get menstrual cramp. Say what? Hello. One day I go piss, I see blood. Women supplements. As I see blood, I don't know, say my wife just did that. They look me like say, don't tell me you're...
Deacon Khamoh, what was that all about? Well, before we come to that, it's still the conversation. It's not a comedy show. And on this segment, we have a stand-up comedian, Deacon Khamoh. And we're talking about the business of stand-up comedy. We all know that today, stand-up comedy itself is now a multi-billion naira business. And we have one of the billionaires here, and he's going to tell us how...
I receive it.
Hey, you receive it.
You already have
we have one of the billionaires here, and he will be telling us, you know, how the journey started into becoming a multi-billionaire.
Amen.
Deacon Khamoh, you're welcome.
Good morning,
to the conversation.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. I'm fine.
What was that all about? First, let's start with what we just heard.
Oh well.
What was that?
Well, as comedians, you have to learn how to create stories,
okay,
and over-exaggerate the story.
Okay.
I'm a married man, and 95% of my jokes are more like an experience and marital joke, relationship jokes. That's my strength.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, I spend time with my family a lot, with my wife. So each time I spend with my family, I get jokes out of it. So I just thought of it one day, like if I get meal supplements, and my wife uses meal supplements with me, will it have an effect on my wife the same way it will have on me? So we just put up stories together.
Okay. I was like, what's that?
So it's a good thing that you draw inspiration from your family.
Of course.
Okay, Deacon Khamoh. Did I pronounce it?
Deacon, yeah,
Deacon Khamoh. Deacon Khamoh.
Deacon Khamoh.
Deacon Khamoh. What is that?
My Yoruba friends call me Deacon Khamoh. My English friends call me Deacon Khamoh.
We Yorubas, we know how to...
I love you people still. You know why? Because during the layer, I'll come and visit. So it's fine. You guys
you're from Edo State?
Yes, Edo State.
I can hear it.
Yeah,
I know you're from Edo State.
Yes.
Now, you know, I said something about the comedy business being a multi-billionaire business. What inspired you really? Was it the affluence of the likes of Alibaba and AY, you know, that drove you into the
business
career
of comedy? Actually, none of these people did. I was a dancer. I could dance, I could stunt. I have danced with one of the biggest artists in Africa. When I was a dancer, I was on stage with Wizkid at some point, with Kel. May God rest her soul. Sorry, what's her name? That's Branama.
Oh, Kefi.
Kefi. Kel is still much alive. You know, then Kel, I was on stage with her. Many of them, Cordons, I danced with all these people. And Tim Godfrey, I was a dancer, I was a stunter. So until one day I went to one program that British Council organized every month, and M.I. Abaga was the MC. And then I came as a dancer. M.I. was there, Vector was there, and M.I. just said, this place is a bit dull. Who is the comedian here that will crack joke? I have never cracked joke in my life. I came as a dancer, so I just boldly came out. I tested a few materials, and it worked. Then I later came out as a dancer. Then ever since, I'm always rehearsing my friend. I'm always the funny one. Since work no day. Why not just go into this thing? So I started as a joke.
Okay.
Started in church, watched a lot of Night of a Thousand Laughs. Then we started from people's jokes. I'm not going to lie on set because I'll watch Night of a Thousand Laughs and then go and crack it in church godlyly. I may hear some jokes that may not align, yes, but I will now change it, to make sure the Christians can listen to it. And then before you know what is happening, I started anchoring event as an MC. And then I realized that, okay, money don't they come. Then I now started working on myself, knowing that I am now a comedian.
Okay.
It's beyond cracking jokes.
Exactly.
It's beyond making people laugh.
Yeah.
Now I have to appear the amount I will tell people. I have to now start working on myself because the truth is, before I start talking, they want to see me.
Okay.
So I start working on my outfit, working on my appearance and everything. So that's how the whole journey started.
That's what I wanted to ask, that comedy is just beyond cracking jokes for people to laugh, and you have just explained that. I'd like you to also talk about the importance of personal branding as a comedian again, because again, this space now, you have a lot of people in this space right now.
Yes.
Many years ago, there were a few people who we saw as comedians, but this day now, if you pick up your phone, everybody's a comedian. And so what is that thing that makes you stand unique, in this business of comedy?
The truth is, there are a few people that I look up to, that I study their lifestyle. Number one is Basket Mouth. Do you understand? Not his kind of jokes, because I have my own route. But I like his lifestyle. I like Bovi. I like the fact that these people are scarce. Do you understand? The truth is, scarcity actually increases your value. You don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to be on every stage. Just work on yourself and create a brand for yourself. Create your own platform. The truth is, everybody is a comedian now. I can give my father a mic and he will crack joke. Everybody is a comedian now. Sometimes some people call me for an event and I give them my fee. And they still call another comedian that we charge way less and still do it well. Do you understand? So what makes me unique is my style of comedy, my branding, my personality. If you cannot use me, it's okay. The sky is big. Lagos, they do events almost every day. Let those that can use me, use me. And the truth is, I cannot be on every platform. I cannot be on every stage. If you're a comedian, you don't know what you want. You will think you are actually making waves by being on every stage, not knowing that they are using you. You need to set yourself aside, create your brand, and work on the branding. Because the truth is, even if you are seen every day, does not mean you have value. It doesn't mean you have value. Like me, most comedians will keep saying that. They keep saying that most of my jokes are family kind of joke. That's a branding for me. So people organize family seminar, they call me to come and speak. People organize couples events, they call me to come and crack joke or to come and anchor because they know that this guy is so that's branding.
Okay, still getting to know you and still talking about your own uniqueness. When I got your profile, the first thing that got my attention was, oh, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
And was that what brought about the name Deacon? Khamoh? Again, secondly, secondly, are there some kind of jokes you cannot tell because of your faith or because of your belief, and doesn't it hinder you or limit you a bit? Yeah, sometimes.
I'm going to say I'm not a gospel comedian.
Okay.
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
Tongue-speaking Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ.
Okay.
My family, my household, we believe in Jesus Christ. We are Christians.
Okay.
Now, but I am not a gospel comedian.
Are there gospel comedians?
Yes, gospel comedian will limit you to meeting some people or some stage.
Okay.
The Bible says, go into the world, do you understand, and multiply. As a matter of fact, a light cannot shine in the light. Light can only shine in the dark. All right? So now let's talk about my name. My name was Khamoh the comedian, KDC, back then, many years ago. So when I went to South Africa, I was coming on stage to perform. with somebody, my friend Bishop Chikansi. So he introduced me on stage as Deacon Khamoh. Do you understand? Because there was a joke we were going to crack. I had to appear as Deacon Khamoh. And meanwhile, my name was Khamoh the comedian. Okay. And then, you know, over 20,000 people were there watching, and millions of people watching all around the world. Before I came down, my social media is already busted. Deacon Khamoh, Deacon Khamoh, Deacon. So I just adopted the name. So it's not because I am a Christian. Okay. You know, it was because I was introduced on stage on a very big platform. Okay. Do you understand? And then talking about jokes, the truth is there is no joke I cannot crack or I cannot say. The most important part is bringing it in an approach or in a way people can listen. Okay. There is a way somebody would tell a raw joke and it will sound insulting to you. And there is a way I will diplomatically talk about it and you welcome it. Okay. First and foremost, I'm a married man. If I have to say something about...
Do you know how many times you've said this? I'm very proud. I'm a married man.
If I have to say something...
I like the fact that you're branding it. There's nothing wrong with it.
But what I'm trying to say, if I have to say something that other people may say anyhow, but I can say it to my fellow married people and they will understand. I don't want to go deeper, but they will understand. If I want to talk about parenting, talk about upbringing, talk about husband and wife doing whatever they do to us, I can say it in a diplomatic way. You will understand because you have been through it. But other people can say it and it will sound very funny and somehow. So to me, as long as I am not vulgar, as long as I don't insult, which I don't insult my audience, there is nothing I cannot say. All that matters is just the diplomacy, and maturity.
Okay. Still talking about the business of comedy. Now let's talk about how social media has also helped push the comedy industry forward. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to say thank God for social media though, because the truth is, gone are those days when people will call us and this happened to me many times. Khamoh, I just say BMC, you're funny, you're a crack joke for us. On the phone. Sometimes they will ask us to come to the office and they will call everybody here. See all these cameramen, everybody don't know. You say na MC, you crack joke, me everybody laugh. You are putting me on the spot. Do you understand? And it's quite annoying. I don't know if you're having a bad day. I don't know if your boss don't shout for you. You can't see me, I can't crack joke for people who be frustrated.
But as a creative, the show must go on, no matter
what. No, what I'm trying to say is, those days before they give us events.
Okay.
You understand? But now, social media, my Instagram is very healthy and wealthy. My Facebook is very healthy and wealthy. I put my jobs there. If you say, okay, I need you for a job, before I tell you my price, I'll tell you to go and check my social media. So when you go come and I tell you the amount,
then let's talk.
You will not say, not be small picking. Do you understand? So social media has actually made us visible. Made us visible. If you look at it, anybody can call themselves comedian when they cannot even crack joke. Why? Because there is a content they put online that got everybody's attention. And you now see on their profile, comedian. And this guy cannot actually talk to an audience. But everybody, like the skit makers, most of them cannot even perform as a stand-up comedian. But they call themselves comedian. Why? Because they record the content and post it online. So social media has actually helped a lot. It has made us visible. It has actually made people that have become armed robbers, now content creators. We thank God. Actually, it has reduced.
Reduced crime.
Everybody can now put a content online and call themselves comedian, which is still better than doing crimes. So social media has helped.
And this content is also helping to reduce depression.
Yes. Reducing depression. And also, we are making money online too. Let me not lie. We are making money online. Facebook is paying. YouTube is paying. You know, gone are those days where an actor will go for auditions and still won't get a role. But now, if you have your small money, do your movie. So people shoot movies with their iPhone and put it on YouTube, 40 minutes, and they make money. Do you understand? Social media has actually helped. I post, if I'm an MC, if I go and anchor an event, I post it online. and people say, oh, I like what you're wearing, I like the way you anchor this event, please, they enter into my DM, how much do you charge for events? Social media has actually helped, not like before where somebody has to refer you, senior colleagues were doing like this. Now, anybody can just be a senior colleague tomorrow. Anybody can just post something and maybe it catches the attention of, you know, the social media. People just retweet with it. Person will come yesterday, he blow tomorrow. And when he blow, the same senior colleagues that don't pick your call, they will now start calling you for collaboration. So social media has actually helped a whole lot.
You've mentioned what I wanted to ask you. That's the case of collaboration. When I was going through your profile, I noticed that you've shared stage with, you know, many of them, many big names, Sheilo, all of them. What does it do to you as when, because I don't want to call you an up and coming. You're still coming.
I'm still coming.
Okay, so what does that collaboration do to you?
Okay.
As a stand-up comedian?
Okay, one thing people really don't know, especially my colleagues, is that most of all these senior colleagues, they are busy, they are careful, and a lot of comedians enter their DM or come to them to tell them, I beg you, help me, I be comedian. Do you understand? So what I do, I don't introduce myself, I let my work introduce me. I go and work. Do you understand? I go to work. I make sure I work to the extent that I am visible enough for them to see. So when I meet them, oh, Khamoh, Natagana, Khamoh. First and foremost, I do my show every year. You get? And by the grace of God, I'm a very close person to Sheilo. He's more like another brother to me. He's one of the senior colleagues that is very, very accessible.
Really?
As big as he is, he's very accessible. And that actually does a lot for we, the young comedians. You can't access Basket Mouths. You can't access Bovi.
What about Alibaba?
Alibaba is very accessible also. But what I'm saying is, Sheilo made himself so accessible to us to the extent that imagine a young comedian doing a show, you can see Sheilo on the same poster. It's a lot for that guy. Do you understand? It's a lot for that guy. And most of these people will not even want to support you if you don't get name or if you never reach a certain stage. Sheilo is not like that. Imagine somebody that has not even done anything just because he just meet Sheilo, say, bros, I won't do show, my show na so day. I'm not trying to hype him. I'm telling you people who he is. And this small boy put Sheilo, and Sheilo truly comes without a dime. Sometimes to Songo, to Ikorodu, the people in that Ikorodu will start seeing this boy as, you don't try. Automatically money don't also, value don't also increase. So Sheilo has helped so many of us. You understand? Alibaba also, if I want to do my show, I go to his office and he does video for me. You know, so I have shared stage with many of them, and by the grace of God, I have relationship with few of them. You know, so it has also helped my brand, knowing the fact that, oh, I've worked with this kind of people. On my profile, people read my profile and be like, you don't work with this people, and now you humble like this. I don't blow. I don't reach where they go. So it has actually helped my brand. I mean, a lot.
Okay, so are there misconceptions that you might want to address that people generally have about comedians? About comedians?
They are rich.
No, we are
talking about misconceptions.
Misconceptions.
I believe
the comedians are rich.
Yes, that they are rich. They don't know. Most of the time, they don't have to invest so much when it comes to funds. You know, before they now start to make money.
Then later will now become broke. Okay, well,
it's a misconception. I was believe that. Yeah, that you're rich. Yeah.
Misconception.
Because you don't need capital to start what you do. Do you need capital?
Yeah. We need support too. Like, for example, doing a show now, a hall, maybe like a hotel is a lot of money, millions.
That is after people have known you.
Yeah, now, which hall is less than which hall is less than $1 million in this Ikeja?
At least social media, you can start with your phone.
With your phone.
With your phone.
Yes.
These are misconceptions. But the phone, you need a good phone.
Abi?
Yes, no phone is actually cheap.
You need
right
internet.
Now. You need internet. Like, you can't be, I don't want to mention any network name. You can't be subscribing 5 times a day. And you never chop. You know, but misconception, I think people think people truly think that stand-up comedians are truly very rich.
Yes.
No, it's not true.
Okay.
That is not true. You know, it's not true. We just they try.
Okay.
So we just they try. It's not true. The truth is, content creators are richer than us.
But you're also a content creator. If you're putting your craft, your
but it's not like you cannot use. You can actually not use a brain jotter.
So skit makers.
Skit makers. Okay, let's put it. Let's label them properly. Skit makers.
Them macaroni, them brain jotter, and the one user compare some of all these comedy are way richer. That's the truth.
Okay, I see a lot of comedians.
But we sabi package. Yeah,
very true. Very true.
Abi, you think that me build this thing, please. I will never look like what I'm going through.
I know many comedians, you know, go do other things, you know, maybe acting. You started with dancing. Is stand-up comedian, you know, enough, you know, income for you to live on?
If I don't want to be greedy, it's okay.
It's fine.
If I don't want to be greedy and I get events maybe at least 2 or 3 times in a month, it's very okay. That's one. Then 2, but we cannot use our popularity for this stand-up comedy now. As I am right now, I'm into real estate.
Into acting?
Yes, I just got off set with Maurice Sam. The movie will soon be out a few weeks ago.
I think I saw you on Flatmate also.
Yeah, I'm on Flatmate also. I was on Flatmate, you know. And many others I can't even remember. So we cannot use, I'm a brand ambassador to a company, so I cannot just use my popularity just for stand-up comedy. There are other things we can also do with it, you know. I'm a father, that's another work.
Yeah, a husband?
I'm a husband, that's another work. So, you know, there are a lot of things we do.
So let's talk about how it is like on the field when you're standing on stage. What was your first experience like, your first stand-up comedy? What was it like?
Because I was a dancer, anything they cost
stage
fright.
Okay.
You know, I never had it. I was a dancer. I was a fantastic dancer. And then the first time I cracked joke, I didn't plan to crack joke, and it was a big name, M.I., that introduced me on stage. I cracked the joke. And then in church is a friendly place to perform. Everybody knows me. I performed. And then going out, you know, to subsequent events or other events, I had to, one thing I just did was just to work on myself and work on the audience. There are some jokes that cannot fit in a certain audience. You understand? There are some jokes you cannot tell in a certain audience. And that's just it. I think being on stage is just sweet. Do you know what it means for people to sit down, all eyes, attention on you, and you are in control? That's some kind of, some level of I'm not go bite my tongue.
Masculinity?
Yeah, masculinity. I've been a masculine or masculinity.
It's masculinity.
It's so sweet, trust me. And that's
okay, still talking about being on stage now. So, have you ever been in a situation where you're cracking jokes, people are not laughing? It's not, you know, because again, it's not easy to make people laugh, you know, and then it's not, you don't drop the first one, drop the second one, you didn't get the desired reaction. How did you handle it?
Most successful comedians, you know, have gone through that. And that happened to me once when I was called to perform in a club, in a comedy club. And then I was still growing, I was still coming up, and I cracked the first joke, it no work. I didn't know that cracking joke to normal human being and cracking joke to drunkards are 2 different things. You know, imagine you cracking joke and somebody with a bottle of beer say, Baba, if you know say no funny, come up for there. You know, these people, they value their beer more than who is talking. You know, so I just went home. I felt bad. I just went home and I just realized that.
Did you cry? Did you feel bad?
No, I actually felt bad. Because, come on, I've been killing it in church.
True.
I've been killing it everywhere.
And then you went to a beer
and I went to a club where people carried vodka, beer. Their beer is more important than the life of the person with the mic. Imagine the first joke no work, the second joke no work. Somebody say, Would you be this boy? May he come out for stage, you me I drink well. DJ play music. you know, and that was the early stage of my career. And if I was not strong or convinced that I could go far in this comedy, I could have stopped. It was that bad to the extent that the clothes I was wearing, I burnt them, so that people would not see me with this outfit again. So everything about that day was messed up. And the other comedian that came now leveraged on me, now used me as the joke. and I was using a BlackBerry and a torchlight. My BlackBerry phone don't die. I was now pressing the torchlight as using a BlackBerry so that people will know. That was when I realized that a torchlight phone is very relevant. All comedians now came to use me as the joke. Everybody started laughing because I was not the joke. So it was bad. I had to get home, just tell myself, you don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to be everywhere, Find your route and go with it. It's better to focus on your strengths than to start working on your weaknesses. Leave your weakness, focus on that strength, and that's how I came here.
Okay, because of this short story you just told us, in the comedy industry today, which would you say is more valuable, a funny comedian or a marketable one?
Well, the truth is, Mama, a marketable comedian is more valuable because the truth, let me just quote this Bible. The Bible says the race is not to the swift. Not the who run pass. Sometimes they win ammo. You might be so funny and not have anything to show. The aim for this thing is just to be at least okay or wealthy or be able to feed yourself, feed your family, afford a certain kind of life, basic things and all. That's just the aim. Why are you a comedian? Is it just because you are funny? You want to make money. So if you are wise, if you are funny, be marketable, or else you might just be funny, and the one that is not as good as you is marketable. And then that one, because some events, one of my highest paid events, I was not even told to crack joke. They say, MC, please, just follow program, don't crack joke. Why did they give me that event? Because of the tuxedo they saw me wear. In the past event, they saw me. They just, the man said, "Me, I love your tuxedo. Man, you dress so well. Collect his card."
And that was it.
That was it. And the man specifically told me to wear that same tuxedo. I said, I have many of them. He said, I love that color.
Don't go and come and experiment for me. Just wear the one I have.
You understand? And I've also gotten an event from somebody, an insurance company. The man said, you see this joke that you just cracked? I loved it. Please, we have so-so event at Chevron, and I'm giving you this event because I want you to come and crack this joke. That's why sometimes when you see some comedians repeating some jokes, it's by order. Popular demand. You understand? So please be marketable. Because before people will see your content, they want to see you first. Do you understand? If you are not marketable by your appearance, then your talent is nonsense. You might just be good, very, very good, and the Dangote cannot use you for an event. You might just be very, very good, or $10 will not call you for an event. But you might not be as good as the stalker, as Sheilo, but you dress so well, you look very. That's why most times some comedians, when they don't make small money, the first thing they do is to buy a car. You understand? So just at least you are mobile. You dress well, you smell well. Then please do your research. Read books. Don't just come and crack joke. Don't crack joke that people will say that's a lie.
Or feel offended.
Know where to draw the line. Be marketable in your appearance, even in your brain. By your approach, in any way, be marketable. Please just be marketable. The race is not to the swift. There are several comedians that are very, very funny. But come on, younger ones, don't pass them. They are nowhere to be found. It's not because they were not funny. They were just not marketable.
Okay, you spoke about, sorry Joy, you spoke about skit makers earlier. For people who cannot differentiate between skit makers and comedians, one might think that, skit makers are now replacing the comedians. What's your take on that?
Well, I've been in an event where a skit maker was called to anchor the event, and it messed the event up. Setting your camera to create a content. Nobody is watching. You are posting the content for millions of people to watch. Whether they like it or not is not your business by then. You've already posted it. And standing in front of audience to perform, you are getting your response and your results immediately are two different things. Not all skit makers are intelligent enough to handle audience. That's why some of them cannot even handle critics. Or what do they call it? They can't even handle it face to face. They just post and go. Some of them don't even read comments. But a stand-up comedian, you cannot use a stand-up comedian to compare skit makers. Not all of them can handle where 2 or 3 people are gathered. But comedians, stand-up comedians, we write some of the jokes, some of the content these skit makers create are jokes that comedians wrote or told. So they will not go and use it to create content. So stand-up comedians are very intelligent people. You have to be very intelligent to create a joke, and then you have to be extraordinary funny to stand in front of people, boldly stand in front of people and tell that joke. Sometimes we write a joke, we want to test it if it's funny. It might be funny to us, and we go to a show and we test it if it's funny. We are getting our results on that spot. Do you understand? Some content creators are very intelligent, but not bold enough to handle audience. I've been in an event where a content creator, a very non-content creator, messed up an event. As an MC, your duty is to make the audience, especially the couple, feel comfortable and not insulted. Baba, they insult couple. Baba, they insult couple. But you don't know all these things. And thank God for the likes of Ali Baba, who always try to mentor us, teach us how to be a good MC. That you are a good comedian is different from you being a good MC.
Now,
and for the likes of Sako does a lot of work trying to mentor MCs because he is one of the best MCs in Africa. It's a different ballgame to be a comedian and to be an MC.
They're two different things.
Yes, and to be a content creator, a skit maker, and a comedian is totally different.
Okay, so how do you constantly reinvent yourself to stay relevant as a comedian?
Okay, for me, right?
For you.
For me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for me, everybody knows my brand now. Let me say it again for the last time. I'm a married man.
That's the 10th time.
10th time, yes.
10th time I'm hearing
Everybody
that.
knows my brand. So what I do, everybody must not come to my show. Not everybody will want to come to my show. I have, over the years, the show I'm doing this year is my number 9 show. So over the years, I have created a brand where couples just love to come. Do you understand? Single guys that are planning to marry want to come because I always have a message, not just humor. Do you understand? I love your joke because it was funny, but there was a message. Do you understand? I'm more like a pastor when I'm on the mic because I can't.
That's why you're a deacon.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just me. Okay. Do you get? So I do that. I reinvent. That's the question, right? Myself by
to stay relevant.
To stay relevant by trying to surpass what I did last year. Do you understand? Okay. I look at my past work. I try to delve into areas that people don't go to, areas that people ignore. I talk about divorce. Anything I see on social media, I write jokes about it, and people want to come to my show because they know I will talk about some things. I talk about divorce, I talk about domestic violence, and then people really think that it's only women that go through domestic violence. And I want to also.
But how do you crack a joke with such sensitive, issues like domestic violence, divorce?
Then that's where the message comes first.
Okay.
For example, if I want to talk about domestic violence, I can actually say that domestic violence is not advisable, and most of the time, most of you people into a marriage that's you're being dealt with, you ignore the signs. I must have given the message.
Okay.
You ignore the signs.
Then you start.
Then I start. And for example, in my former area, a man and a woman, if they do inside, they fight. We will think, saying that the man they beat the woman, because as the woman they beat the man, the woman they shout, "Egba mi o, wa kule ni, So we will not be shouting, today no kill your wife, oh. Today, because my mom taught me not to put out in people's marriage. So from outside we dey shout, today no kill your wife, until one day all of us just vex say today go kill this woman. One day we not open the door. We meet today for ground, the wife dey on top and dey slap am. Do you understand? So it's funny, but you cannot tell if I cannot tell a funny joke without dropping the message.
Okay, you cannot tell a funny joke without dropping.
There has to be a message.
Okay, other times that you have prepared a joke that, okay, this is what I'm going to say. This is okay. You have prepared yourself and say okay, and then you get to the venue, and then the way the place is set, the crowd, and then you have to start, all over again. Start.
For my personal show, I write my jokes according to the theme of the show.
Okay.
Last year I did The Survivor, so I wrote all my 1 hour performance. Was according to The Survivor. This year, The Fearless. So I'm writing jokes according to Fearless. Now, that's on my own platform as a comedian. But if you go to an event, and maybe, for example, another comedy show, you will line up some of your killer materials. Do you understand? And then that's where spontaneity comes in.
Okay.
If you're a spontaneous comedian, which not every comedian is spontaneous. If you're a spontaneous comedian, you could just take one or two from what you're seeing from the audience, add to it, and you are good. But for an event like a wedding, a 60th, 70th, 80th birthday anniversary, you know that matured people are coming. Not the Gen Zs that are coming to laugh at your regular jokes. These people, they have millions of budget that they are waiting for, that they have business that they want to do. So a lot of things are in their head. So you have to carefully, if you are not matured, just follow program or just play with the audience and be spontaneous. But you must learn to draw the line, because some elderly men with white beards, they don't care about your jokes if you're not matured. So sometimes we don't really. You
study
the audience. For example, I'm anchoring a wedding event. Okay, you hear it again. I'm a married man. I know.
From 10, this is the 100th time.
So as a married man, I know
to go really.
I know what to say, to make the audience, feel comfortable. So.
All right. Interesting conversation we've had with Deacon Khamoh, who is a stand-up comedian. And again, from the conversation,
he doesn't want us to see his eyes, Sha. Take off your sunglasses.
Okay, now we can see his
I'll be
face.
fine, boy. No worries.
We know. We know.
So comedy is not just about telling jokes and making people laugh. There is a lot of hard work goes into it. Thank you so much for your time on the conversation.
Thank you.
The program continues. Stay with us.